Oops. Ended it a little early. Oh well. I was looking for something actually, and I just realized that. Damn, I should have fucking recorded. God damn it. Oh well. Try Pornhub? Yeah. I wouldn't. I was looking for the last time Von Helton blew the fuck up because I was talking to Soccer Count last night. Yes, that Soccer Count. And I was telling him about all the stuff that he's been missing because Soccer Count's doing actual stuff, with like the Canadian Navy and being productive, unlike a lot of us. So he missed Vaughn on Sister Sunshine's channel, and so I sent him the link. And so that link is private now, which I am disappointed that it's private because he missed it. Oh, goddamn. The glasses on my head, are they? Thank you for pointing that out. So, a few things. I already got my coffee. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, what time is it? Because, okay, yeah. So, like 2 hours after I do this, I'm gonna take a lift over near where Xavier lives, because there's a Korean place that the wife wants to meet me at, because she gets off of work like early as shit on Fridays, and yeah, and so she wants me to go eat lunch with her, and so I guess she's just gonna take me home. So that's what we're gonna do today. Some of y'all have not been seeing me around Discord very much or on different things. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I'm pretty sure folks have probably guessed that when you don't see me. There's stuff going on, Magic Sandwich Show, and there's other things concerning stuff that y'all will see way later that I honestly cannot talk about because it's confidential. But you will find out very soon. Yeah, a few weeks. You'll find out in a few weeks. So, on that note, I've picked up Lucas Werner as he's drawn my ire because he's just a fucking shitbag. I just don't like guy like he's just a terrible fucking person and picks up on whatever goddamn what are the phrases god damn it. They're phrases that people just throw out there because they're popular. There's a name for those type of phrases, and I had it on the tip of my tongue. I just forgot it. But he just SJW, he tosses around all the typical stuff. Just somebody disagrees with him. He's they're a Republican. Just it's all the just clickbaity kind of shit that it just makes social media terrible. And he's a piece of shit. And so I'm going to talk about him. Probably. Buzzwords, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Buzzwords. Thanks somebody. Okay, who was it? Dirt Guy. Of course Dirt Guy fucking said it. But I'm gonna fuck with some Lucas Werner. I'm gonna fuck his world up. It's gonna make me happy. I did change the title. Well, I didn't really change it. I added to it. I put check the description because you need to hit the reminder button. That's what it's called. Reminder button on the Magic Sandwich Show tonight. It's going to be a better episode than most. So, and Converse Contender is supposed to be there. Christopher Mowdy, whole host of other folks. Hopefully Burt Poole could make it, and we're gonna have some discussions. Well, you guys you're not gonna see me, but we're going to talk about bad atheist arguments. We're going to talk about, how to improve them. It's supposed to be a very edifying experience, so tune in for that. I will be in Austin from the 20th to the 22nd. Yeah, 20th to the 22nd, so if you're in the Austin area, you want to meet me and the wife, actually, let me know. Never watched Magic Sandwich? Well, you should. You should watch Magic Sandwich Show. If you want to meet up with us, I'm not sure when I'm going to Dallas. Gotta work out the logistics behind that. Really, the only reason why I'm able to even go to Austin is because my mother's going to be staying with us for a few days during the holidays because my little brother works overnight, and so it's not really conducive for him to watch a child when he's not here. So yeah, but that's something that I actually have to be very attentive to. will DPR be drunk always? I'm gonna have to stop letting him host shit or moderate shit. He could come in. I can't. I had to apologize because he is too much. He was too much. Cuckolding sessions in Dallas. Fuck yeah. The wife works in the dental field. No. But what else? What else? There was something else I wanted to say, but no. No, that's probably it. I don't know. I need to go back and listen to the whole segment of what Shannon Q was doing yesterday because I was taking a bath and I heard the guy, the Richard guy that she had on there, trying to make a pass at her, and I thought he was fucking with her. Like I would have did the same thing, but then shit started getting kind of creepy, just a little bit. And from what I heard, I don't know. I need to go back and listen to it. I'm making some jokes about it, but I need to go back and listen to it because I was like, man, is he trying to get them draws? Man, that's pretty bold. Doing it live too? Okay, at least wait till after y'all go off live to try and fucking, if he man, look. In Louisiana, and those of you who have stayed in Louisiana for any amount of time, you know that that's actually very common. When I say that, trying to holler at a woman when you know that she's with somebody, even if you do or don't know, it doesn't matter. You will still shoot your shot. That's just how it's a competition, and that's just how things are. But not everybody's cool with that because it's like, well, anyway, I just think it's funny. But yeah, I was gonna make a comment about that because I love awkward situations like that. It's not so great for her, but it is pretty funny. So, part 4, DeRoy Cruz, your life application officer. I'm not gonna fucking lie to y'all. I don't even remember what the fuck. Do any of y'all remember what this whole thing was about? I really don't remember. I just River Ridge. Oh, okay, 504. All right. Look at you, fancy. Louisiana cuckold state. No, Louisiana, the steal your bitch state. And not too many cuckold. Well, actually, I can't even say that. There are some. There's definitely some going on, but not as much as you think. But for the life of me, if you could take any one of my videos, you can find the central thesis to any of them. No matter how much I ramble, there's a technique, there's a methodology about how I approach it. I will ramble, especially when I forget what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'll make sure it connects to that central thesis. It comes all, I'll even prompt you. Let me bring it back. I'll say something like that. But my goodness, like this dude just has like shit for brains and just starts throwing jello at the wall. Whatever sticks. And this is part 4 of the rambly, incoherent nonsense that is DeRoy motherfucking Cruz. And I don't blame some of y'all. Y'all say, drag I can't watch DeRoy. I can't. I understand. You're not hurt my feelings when you say that you don't like it. I get it. Like I like watching Creep Show. If y'all know who Shannon is, Creep Show. I like watching a lot of her videos. But there's some of my, I just don't fucking care for. But majority of them I do like. It's nothing personal. It's just, it is what it is. But DeRoy, I love DeRoy because he reminds me so much of some of my family members, especially the ones from Mississippi, my extended family. So he's a genius in his own mind, and I'm just gonna be honest. It's about me. I love it. So without further ado, I did 2 polls, one on Patreon and one on one on Twitter. Yeah, I did one on Twitter. I tweeted, and I was asking folks about the hentai review that they want me to do, and so overwhelmingly people wanted me to do the hentai review. So I will definitely try to work on that this month. I guess I'll make a Twitter post, and it's just @Dragknight. And anytime you're looking for me, just type in my name in any platform, and it's me. Literally, you don't have to ask. It was email, dragnot@gmail.com. What are you on Facebook? Dragnot. Well, I'm underneath my real name now, but still. Twitter, Dragnot. All it's Dragnot. So you find me on the tweeters. I will make a post where people can name their the hentai they want me to review, and I'll see if I can get with someone that can do video editing, and then we'll work on it together. And I'll just one video. If it's a series like Bible Black or something, or La Blue Girl, pick an episode. I'm not watching all of them and giving a review of all of them. Just one episode. What else? Oh, so the other poll that's on Patreon, people they didn't so much want the science videos, which I don't blame you, but people wanted a video of me and Mrs. Drag, so I think that's what we'll do. I'll put a preview up for folks so folks kind of know. I'll put like a maybe a 5-minute clip of a conversation, but it might be just like an extended conversation where it's just me and her talking kind of about our relationship and our time together, because it's a long fucking story. It's a long story. So I think I'll do that, and I'll put that up on Patreon. So I got to see when she wants to do that. So that'll be our goal for December for all of you folks. Oh, and that's what I was looking for, the other video. Evidently, me and Xavier inspired one of you folks to do the Death Nut Challenge, and so awesome. I sat and I watched that, and I was like, man, I was waiting for you to shit yourself. I'm trying to think of his Stress Zen. I think that's Stress Zen did the Death Nut Challenge, and I was waiting for him to fucking just shit his pants. But that was awesome, man. I like that. I like watching y'all's videos. So if y'all want me to, I don't know, review your fucking videos, just send them, because I don't mind, repping other people's shit. That doesn't hurt me, whether I like them or not. Anyway, this is gonna be painful, and I'm holding off long enough. Let's do it.
Leroy Cruz here, your life applications
officer. Why are you so
low? Here to bore you with more of my good taste.
My good taste
needs to be here in America.
There we go. It's bothering me.
I'm having fun doing these videos because
I can tell.
Many people want me to be, and I'm finding out that I shouldn't take it personal. That people want me to shut up. People want me to shut up because I'm going back to where we all started. People want Donald Trump to shut up. They want to impeach him because he's going back. All the way back to Ronald Reagan. All the way back to...
What?
Where we begin as non-Christians.
D-Roy, have you not watched like any part of any of the impeachment proceedings? That has nothing to do with why he's being impeached or why they're attempting to impeach him. At all. No. I'm sorry. You can't compare Donald Trump asking a foreign leader to investigate a member of our government, right? Like you that's just way the fuck out there, man. Like that, whether it was right or wrong, whatever, right? That's not cool. But you can't compare what's actually, because this is the bullshit that I'm talking about, folks. You don't have to like the fact that Trump is being impeached. That's whatever. But don't fabricate why. This is the bullshit with D-Roy, where he just makes shit up. And he's upset that I call him out. And there are other people comment and say, what the fuck are you talking about, man? This right here. We're not even 2 minutes into the video. And he's just fabricating shit. What? I'm sorry. What are you really comparing him to Ronald Reagan? All right, cool. Let's sit down and enumerate all the points that they align on. That's so awesome. I don't see it, but maybe I just am not familiar enough with politics, especially the Reagan era. But man, D-Roy, just quit making shit up, man. Just stop it.
To get angry. Where we began as non-Christians to really, really get angry and fed up with the church. And I'm not saying Donald Trump has anything to do with Christianity or Christians or any of that. I'm just saying.
You just throwing shit together.
We're talking about Christians voting for Donald Trump. We're talking about this whole baloney about, separating evangelicals from other Christians and all this kind of stuff. Christians are Christians if they're really Christians.
Christians are Christians if they're really Christians.
If they're really Christians. Let me say that one more time. Christians are Christians if they're really Christians.
That's a tautology.
Just because you say, well, I'm a Christian, that doesn't mean you are a Christian. That's like saying you black and you didn't know that you was never black. You just brown, you look like us, but you ain't really us. You know what I'm saying? You're not really black. You never went through, you was never in the slave trade. You was never, you know what I'm saying? You came from somewhere else. Your relatives came from another part of the world while this part of the world was going through slavery. There's a lot of black people in this country just now finding out that all this time they've been hating on whites and hating on, the whole, slavery ordeal and all like that. They never went through it. They just happen to look like us because they've been here long enough to do that. But they've never been through slavery. Their ancestors weren't in the slave trade. They didn't come from Africa. They came from a totally different part of the world where there was peace at that time. And they happened to be some brown-skinned people in that nation that wasn't taking them through slavery. So,
Indians? Who is he talking
it's
about?
all, everybody needs to calm down and cool off and think for a minute. Lady found out yesterday that I'm a Republican. Well, she found out I voted for Donald Trump. But when black folks try to hound Christians or other black people for voting for Donald Trump, it goes to show you who the real racists are.
Shows you
because
who the
white
real
folks
racists
are like,
are.
you can vote Republican.
No, there's there's racists light, and then there are real racists, okay? And then there's super racists. You gotta make sure that you stratify them and know who the real ones are.
Again, or you can vote Democrat, or you can, wherever you want to be. But who are attacking people and saying that you have to do it a certain way? Non-white people are the ones that are attacking people and saying that you have to do it a certain way. Okay?
Oh.
White people, let me tell you something.
Here we go.
This is one thing I love about this country, even though this is the country that took us through slavery. White people are the freest people I've ever met in my life.
Really? What does that even mean?
They are also
the freest people.
To me, they also have the most common sense.
What does that mean? Used towards Nalgene, so no more crinkly bottles. Oh, is that the gel that it degrades polyethylene substances? Is that what it is? I don't know.
I just don't understand why they kiss their dogs in the mouth. That part I don't understand. I don't understand what this fascination is with animals.
Wow.
Okay? I just don't get that. You know what I mean?
I love white people. They're the best
even
people
Lord
out
showed me
there.
some stuff about that, man. Oh,
Don't
gosh.
understand why white people kiss
I
the
just don't
dogs
get
in the
their
mouth.
fascination with animals. I really don't understand that.
Wow.
But
Wow. White people. Why? Why you kiss your dogs in the mouth? D-Roy doesn't understand.
however,
It's kind of fucked up. Not all white people do that.
I don't get their fascination with certain things, but I appreciate them because they are free. They are the most freest people you ever want to meet. I think that's one of the things that people hate about them. People hate freedom.
People hate freedom.
Okay,
I've never understood what that meant. The people hate freedom. What is... You hate the concept of freedom? Or do you hate a behavior? Like, what does that actually mean? That I've never really understood that. As someone who's fought for your freedoms, I've never understood that. Actually, remember sitting in the FLA. It's like a Humvee but for medical stuff, and I was like, what? And I think I was reading Facebook or some shit, and I was like, what the fuck does this mean? Like, I don't like what. I don't get it. I don't get it. White people, stop kissing your dogs in the mouth. The sound of those thin bottles in your microphone queasy for some reason. Like that? Does that bother you? You should hear me crack my neck. But he is really good at repeating talking points that I've heard on every shitty Facebook post around election time. Like, he's really good at that. I don't understand any of that stuff, but I've actually asked a few people, especially folks, they were a lot like him back when I was in Maryland, and I was like, well, what does this mean? Like, I hear people say this, and I heard you say this. What does this mean? One of the things was one of Trump's "Make America Great Again." There's so much packed into that I don't. It means nothing to me. And I asked the dude, well, what does that mean? Well, it means we want to, just make America great again. I said, okay, well, when did America stop being great? Couldn't give me a time frame. Couldn't give me a date. Couldn't get nothing. Okay, so what do we need to do so at some point in time, America stopped being great, which, okay, I'll agree just for arguendo, but what is he going to exactly do that is not already being done? And so that's when the conversation went into more talking points than actual, here's some data that shows where we've declined and here is the remedy for it. But it's quite clear that D-Roy doesn't really get context. That's not, if you've watched D-Roy, especially some of you who are new, you may not understand a lot of the stuff that D-Roy says and the tangents that he goes on, but it's quite clear to me, because actually I have a whole playlist if you want to kind of catch up. This guy is a huge fan of talking points. He's a huge fan of just these canned responses. He's not a really big fan of having any type of contextualized understanding of any topic, whether it's science, whether it's philosophy, whether it's religion, whether it's politics, none of it. It's actually quite amazing how little he knows about any of those areas. No one is a savant in everything. I suck at geography, for instance. Not that great in history. You get me on science, I'm pretty good, except for like certain areas in science, right? But man, it's almost every single thing that he talks about. No context. It's nothing. It's always this surface level, just kind of skimming of the topic. And it's the same shit that you can see in any shitty Facebook post or Twitter or tweet around an election date. And for him, it's fucking profound. Absolutely fucking profound. Well, good. Absolutely. Thank you. Your assessment of society, D-Roy Cruz, has enlightened me to no end. I am enriched by listening to your fucking drivel while you make whatever it is that you're making over there in the corner.
Freedom to be immoral, but they don't want the freedom to have a right to define themselves.
What?
Now, this guy, what's his name? Ronan Park. I don't know. He might be a little bit older than that now. I don't know. Don't quote me. He might be a little bit older. I don't know. But this young man, I love the sound of his music. He has a song. Called Defined.
All right, we're gonna speed him up.
That tells me that he's gay. Not the song, but the words to the song. I love the song because I love his voice, and I love, I love his voice, and I love his style. Okay. However,
he knows he's gay.
this song that I really, really like so much because I love his voice and I love the way he sings and I love his style. This one song that he's been singing, I've been listening to it for the last few days. It was on my playlist, but I started paying close attention to it, to what I'm listening to. That's the kind of person I am. I pay attention to who and what I'm listening to. And I'm listening and listening and listening, and the words to the song in the chorus go something like, I'm free. Well, I forget. I'm free not to be defined or something like that. And then it says I'm free to be nothing but me. And I agree that we're free to pick our own definitions of ourselves, not of other things. Because other things are things that we share in common. Other things are things we share in common. Okay? That destroys a nation when everybody thinks that they can redefine everything. That's the problem with the Middle East. You got all these different cultures redefining what it is. That's why they're having so much war over there and lack of peace over there. ISIS,
how did we get on fucking ISIS?
They define God something totally different than moderate, they call it, modern Muslims define it. You know what I mean? And you got the Sunnis and the Shiites, and, everybody defines it differently. Which kind of like bums us all out, okay?
What in the hell?
Let me tell you something. You are not free to be nothing but you. Sorry, Ryan, or Ronan. Is it Ronan? Sorry to bust your bubble, buddy, but you're not free to be nothing but you.
What?
Okay?
Okay, we're back
because
on the...
all of us come from something or somebody. And even if you believe in evolution and you believe that you came from a Big Bang, then you owe credit to that Big Bang.
What?
That Big Bang has a purpose. That Big Bang has a journey.
Hold on. Well, how did we... Hold on. We're going just... oh, my God. Wait, so... Hold on. So, we went from this Ronan Park guy who he knows is gay because he has a song called Defined, because it sounded like he said divine, but Define, and the chorus something dark side, about this guy being free to be who he wants, right? So there's a little bit of context. I've not heard this fucking song. I have no idea. And so he then jumps to ISIS and the territorial issues that they have over in the Middle East because there's Sunnis and there's Shiites. And then we jump back to fucking the actual topic, the song and the guy. And he's not free to choose his identity because we all come from something. And then that something is then kind of extrapolated into evolution in the Big Bang, which they're the same fucking thing. So why not, right? And it's just, what? At what point? Like this, the musings of D. Roy Cruz is, it's just a marvel. It's an absolute fucking marvel how it is almost impossible for him to expound on any fucking point in a coherent and intelligent fucking way. Like, it just kills me how he is literally unable to do so. At no point in time are those things even remotely fucking related. Now, if he is trying to articulate that I can't define myself as element 119. Let's say, you know what? I want to define myself as something fucking special. I am element 119, Dracanium. Element 119 doesn't exist, folks. I just fabricated, okay? I'm going to define myself as something that technically doesn't exist. Okay, cool. That's a trivial ass point. A trivial ass point. But I'm pretty sure that's not what this dude's fucking doing. Like, if I had to guess, and every time I go and I try to check on the stuff that D. Roy says, I go look up the lyrics, look up the guy, look at his backstory, whatever, or his own remarks about his own shit, I'm pretty sure it's not going to align with anything that D. Roy's saying. We've been through this with him. We've been through this with D. Roy before. Him trying to articulate other people's points are fucking terrible. absolutely ass. Either there's some disconnect with him and other people, or he's just fucking stupid. I don't know. Like, it might be a combination. I have no idea.
Okay? Even if you believe in a Big Bang, even if you believe that we came from apes, then I think we need to go and talk to the apes. I think we need to go and sit the apes down and say, hey, Mr. Ape, please tell me what my purpose is.
The fuck? What?
You know why we came from apes? Because you know you ain't gonna go and have a talk with an ape. An ape, like, huh? Give me another banana. He's not going to define.
You obviously don't know what fucking evolution is, and it's clear. It's real clear why you're making dolphin noises. Like, I just, for the life of me, I can't just, D-Roy, do you really think that this is clever? I've already addressed the fact that you have no idea what evolution actually is. And the fact that you try to take your remedial ass understanding of Pokemon evolution to try and apply it to this, you're running on fumes, D-Roy. Just stick to making up shit about people on YouTube, because this is terrible.
He's not going to define what your purpose is, what your destiny is.
It's finding what you are and what your purpose is or should be. Those are two different things. You can grasp what something is, something comprised of. But then when you start getting into kind of this teleological aspect of it, that's something quite a bit different, my man.
For you. And if he could talk, oh God. If he could speak English, oh God. He might say, what's up there, Mr. Ape? Those would be his words. He wouldn't even have to open his mouth. He wouldn't even have to open his mouth, man. Wouldn't even have to open his mouth.
Is that what the ape would say, D-Roy?
But you are not free to be nothing but you. You're not free to do that. Nope. Not free to do that. Sorry, buddy. Not free to be nothing but you. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Prove me wrong. But you're not free to be nothing but you. And that's the problem that we have in this country. Because, see, going back to Donald Trump, you're not saying that Donald Trump is our religion or anything like that, because I was Christian before I even knew how to spell Trump. Okay? Or should I say Christianity was here, okay? Or Christians were here long before we even knew how to spell the word Trump, long before we even knew English. There was already Christians. And there were more Christians than there were atheists. There were more Christians than there was homosexuals. There were more Christians, okay, than there were...
I'm not sure. What's the significance of that?
Fornicators.
I doubt that.
Okay? There was a time when there was no such thing as the sexual revolution. It was just men and women, but now we got to call it the sexual revolution because it has changed. Okay? It has changed. And I'm all for change. I'm just not into change that destroys a people. I'm not into that. I'm not into that kind of change.
Your understanding of history is interesting.
That destroys people in their lives. I'm not into that. I'm sorry. I'm just not into that. Oh man, this is going to be good. I'm making myself my lunch for work tonight. You can't have none.
I don't want any.
This is how you save money when you ain't got no money. Cook it yourself and take it to work.
Oh shit! Thank you, D-Roy. I would have never figured that out.
I gotta put some seasoning or something on here.
I was gonna wait. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was waiting for you to put some seasoning on that fucking food. But
and my favorite
soy sauce.
When I put this in the microwave at work, it's gonna be awesome. Just a shot, and
looks like soy sauce.
My favorite seasoning here, just a shot, because it's really salty. Yeah, that's good enough. That's good. Mix that a little bit.
I think it's Mrs. Dash.
Okay, that's enough. Oh my goodness. If I didn't have a job, I might get me a job being a chef.
What's Tad is saying?
Lid.
Stop giving me money, Tad. Stop it. Save your pennies. Does D-Roy know you're going to be on AXP? Probably not. And if he calls in, I'm going to embarrass him. I've already warned G-Man.
Find my special lid.
G-Man's not going to call it.
There's my special lid. All right.
This is all very fascinating.
Freezer for about 10 minutes. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. So you are not free to be nothing but you. You don't get to do that. If you're free to be nothing but you, then I'd like to see you never go to the supermarket. Because those people that run a supermarket are probably in disagreement with a lot of things that you define yourself as. I say you build your own house out of scratch and find a place where nobody wants to charge you for the property. Because if you sit down and talk with your landlord and the property owner, you'll probably find out that he don't agree with you about a lot of the things that you define yourself as.
That's okay, D-Roy. I love this. I love when people say things and you take it and you don't actually understand any of the nuances behind what they're saying. And just this is a perfect video to act as a great example of what I said about you in the past. You provided no context behind what this guy was saying in this chorus about him being defined how he wants to be defined. It's weird because you make it a point to define yourself in terms of being a Christian and being an ethnic minority all the time. But then you reject certain ethnic labels and stigmas, and you don't want to be strictly defined as that. And you make it actually a point to others, people who are watching you and understanding you, that you want to be defined specifically as a Christian and not using an ethnic or racial attribute. So you're free to do that, right? But this person in some, I guess, ambiguous way, who wants to be defined as they want to be defined, they can't do that. It's afforded to D-Roy Cruz, but it's not afforded to whoever this person is. And I don't know the context of the song, but you've not identified anything that would indicate that they would want to be defined as someone who is completely self-sufficient, because that's kind of what you're going into now. Being absolutely completely self-sufficient, or being, I guess, so averse to anyone who's different that you don't want to rely on them for anything. That we don't live in that type of world where you get goods and services from people who align with you 100% of the way. That's not a realistic scenario. And I'm not sure at what point this person indicated that who they want to be defined as even falls under that purview. Like, I'm not understanding, D-Roy. You're not making that connection for me. Being free to identify yourself or to align yourself with certain behaviors or actions or mindset, ideology, whatever. How does that play into this scenario exactly? How? Because you go to work all the time with people. You want to be defined specifically as a Christian, and you go to work with people you disagree with all the fucking time. So how is that not afforded to anybody else? Help me understand that, D-Roy.
Now, as a Christian, I define myself as Christian regardless.
See?
And that's what the heart of Christian persecution is all about.
And the victimhood. There we go.
Is the fact that we went against the government. We went against.
Fucking victimhood.
Where's my watch? I need to be watching my time because I got to go to work a little bit. Got to have time to get ready. 1 second. But, we Christians, we have chosen the path that Christ died for everybody. That they might, repent. And allow him to be their Lord, because he is going to separate the wheat from the tares. He is going to start a new world. a new heaven, a new earth. Hell is going to be thrown into the lake of fire. Everything is going to be new. And just because you don't believe that, that doesn't mean it's not true. And when you say you don't believe that,
A little bit of
but you
irony there.
can't keep us here on this planet. You can't keep us alive. You can't say that everybody's going to die at 120 or 150. You can't make anybody live 200 years. Your science can lie to you and tell you that those days are coming, but while them days are coming.
So how? Okay, so not being able to keep people at the maximum amount of I guess maximum human senescence. I don't know, 120, 125 years. I think it is something like that. So because science is not able to do that, then your belief system is true. I'm not understanding. Maybe I misheard, but I'm not sure how the two are even remotely related, because both one has no relation on the other as far as I'm concerned. But all right.
Coming, so to speak. We're constantly decaying. This earth, this planet, is on a time limit. It's on a time clock.
Well,
And
maybe
God
we
will
need to start
save
fucking
his
it up.
people in time to beat that time clock. Okay? Law correction without cultural, without cultural moral correction doesn't work. Law correction without cultural moral correction doesn't work. What that means is
What?
you got people talking about the law. Okay? I wish I wrote down a video that I watched. I was watching a video. Oh, I know what it was. It was about the Trump impeachment.
I stole
Watching a video on the Trump impeachment.
Like what the? Come on, man! Like every single thing goes back to fucking politics and Trump. Like I for the life of me, do you have any other analogies to offer at any point in time in life? Every single fucking time, it goes back to that. Like, do you see me relating everything to biochemistry? No, that's just boring. $10 from fucking Loken is there room in D's attic for Lil G? Yes, if he had an attic. I think he's in an apartment. I don't think he has an attic. But they should move in together. I think they make a cute couple. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all agree.
And the guy said some things that to me were just dumb. Trying to impeach Trump. Trying to push this, Trump impeachment. Okay?
Just okay, D-Roy, look, man, you're killing me. Just make a fucking video about the impeachment. Just make a fucking video about Trump. We don't need you to like intercede in every single conversation that you want to have about like atheists and theist stuff with fucking politics, man. There's no come on, like it's unbearable. You're trying to make comparisons and analogies where there are none. You're trying to shoehorn that in there. Look, we get it. You're a Republican and you're black and you're fucking special, whatever, and you're a victim. I don't give a fuck. But for the life of me, it would make this so much easier for people to listen to if you didn't have your head up Trump's ass. I would love to know if it smells like Cheetos or not, but I don't really care. No one else fucking cares. This comparison, I can already tell, is null and void.
Now, I
want to hear about hot Asian women
he's
too.
a good man. But the problem that we have with Trump and the problem that we have with this country, and we will always have this problem with this country, is the fact that you can run for politics and stand up for the person that you feel should be in office, but your morals and your background don't follow that. So it doesn't work. If it's okay to be gay, where do we draw the line with that? Where is...
Oh, here's something funny. How about I'll buy that this slippery slope fallacy you're about to make. We should have started way back when, D-Roy. I'm right here with you. We should have started with interracial marriage. The second we allowed interracial marriage, then we start finding other things acceptable. Cats and dogs playing together, gays frolicking in the street and having pride parades and sucking on each other. All these things are now acceptable because we started letting blacks and whites have sex with each other and get married. And we didn't allow it to be separate but unequal. That's where we fucked up, D-Roy. I'm with you.
Is the moral enhancement, ambient, understanding of that.
Now we got cuckold.
If it's okay to be a feminist.
It's okay to be a feminist.
We should be having meetings and talking about how this is better, not just for women, but for the country. Again, it's not about you and you simply being you, but you live in a country.
That's about
feminism. Where you share it with other people. And we got too many people coming into this country. It's all about me, and my little bit. We don't need to speak English. We don't need to do what they do. We don't need to like them. We don't need to get along with them. We just need ours, in somebody else's goddamn country. And I get angry with that. This black woman yesterday just come out of nowhere. I heard you voted for Trump. How's that going? And you start yap. I said, okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. Because obviously, you're not going to let me get a word in edgewise.
Wow. I don't even know what to make of that. We got so many go. How does that impact your life, D-Roy? How does that fucking impact? Look here, I love this shit here. Because, again, it keeps going back to your political and fucking social views. Like, I got it, right? Everything goes back to that for you. Somebody coming into your you pay taxes. D-Roy, let me break something down because I know you still fucking watch me. Let me tell you something, D-Roy. Let me do some real fucking talk right now with you. You didn't serve this fucking country, so sit your bald-headed, ugly ass down about somebody coming into your country, all right? You need to sit the fuck down right now. If people have enough money or they are fleeing from a country that is war-torn and they get asylum here and they don't speak the goddamn language, let me tell you right now, as a tax-paying American who has served the fucking country, I don't give two shits if they don't speak fucking English. None at all. They're going to have to eventually speak the lingua franca. If they want to operate and do something, they're going to have to learn at least some functional English. It's inevitable. Or they got a family to fucking support them so they don't have to anyway. Guess what? Remember earlier in the fucking video you were talking about freedom and people enjoying freedom? You're not forced to learn English in this country. Unless there is a requirement for a particular place of employment for you to speak fluent English, you don't have to. There's no fucking language police going around knocking on people's doors, asking them, hey, how you doing? And kicking them out if they can't speak English. That's not what we do here, D-Roy. That's not how that works. There's people in Louisiana right now. They're white people, D-Roy. White people, Cajuns, white people, D-Roy. Yes, the ones you love so goddamn much. Who don't speak fucking English. Guess what language they fucking speak, D-Roy? French. Yes, D-Roy. Those people still exist in Louisiana to this day. Descendants of the Quebecois. Go look it up. You think I'm lying? Go look the fuck up. So, D-Roy, I don't want to hear that shit. At all. I don't want to hear that shit. My son is learning Spanish right now, as a matter of fact. Guess what? Gonna be the lingua franca. It is what it is. So, I get so tired of hearing that shit. Like, if you want to do better in any country, yes, it would behoove you to learn the language. If you have two major languages, it would behoove you to know how to fucking speak it. No matter what it is. No matter what dialect it is, okay? So, Angry Roach says he's got righteous indignation. No, it's just ignorance. You got righteous ignorance. That's all it is. It is what it is.
I don't need to explain myself because, first of all, you seem to forget, ma'am, as a black man, I got a right to vote for whoever I want to vote for. How can you stand there as a black woman and try to tell me what my rights are about voting? you sit there and you say dumb stuff like, well, Trump's a racist. Makes me want.
So her indignation is the fact that he voted for Trump, not the fact that he didn't have a right to. You notice the switch there? You notice the switch between someone receiving criticism for saying something and then the response is, well, you're telling me that I don't have a right to? That's not what, that's something that I've seen a lot. I've seen far, far, far too often that people conflate the right to do something and the fact that they did do it and now they're receiving criticism or critique. Those are two completely separate things. Me saying that what you said is shitty is different from you don't have the right to speak your opinion. Completely separate fucking things, D-Roy, and you conflate them all the time. You're not the only one. I've seen a lot of people do that. And you can get mad and indignant all you want, but it sounds like this woman, as uncouth and as crass as she approached you, it sounds like exactly what the fuck you do. So as much criticism as I could give her, you need to sit down and take a long stare in the mirror. Because that's exactly how you fucking approach conversations too. Just as much in fucking indignance as anybody else. So if there's an argument to be made about Trump's racism, it's not like the man, had a system along with his dad and executives to violate the Fair Housing Act in the mid-60s. Not at all. It was definitely not based on race either. It's not definitely public information. Trump versus, Anyway. What's going on, chat? The drag. You don't speak any English? Something. Have any programs in Spanish? Something. I don't know. Padrios. I'm not sure what Padrios is. Have a program in Spanish. Yeah, I can read 90% of what you put, Javier. Only 90%. I'm still getting there.
I punch my fist through a wall.
He's
because
so mad.
This is the thing. What white man did you never ever accuse of being a racist?
The ones
what
who weren't
white
racist?
Man in office had a black first lady?
And?
All of them are racist. So what? That's not the issue. You're trying to get away from the issue. You are under this impression that forget about all these immigrants coming in here calling you the N-word.
They can get
we still got this war going on with these stupid white people. So let's just hate on white people. Meanwhile, how you doing, Mr. White Man? Oh, thank you, Mr. White Man. Sir, thank you so much. It's free, right? It's free. Thank you, Mr. White Man. You're a good white man. Have a nice day, stupid behind white man. And that's what you do every day.
How do you know what she does every day?
Who's the real racist here? I can't even talk about it without getting angry.
Who's the real racist?
Because I'm sick and tired of people being stupid.
Oh, really?
Nobody is obligated to like you.
Then shut the fuck up about other people's indignation, I need to stop saying that. It's just, D-Roy, whoever this woman is, I want to buy some cheddar biscuits. I heard bitches love cheddar biscuits. Are you serious? I'm just, I don't know what the whole context was. But I want to take it to fucking Chuck E. Cheese or something. I don't know. She deserves something for this because, man, this is great. I love it. Where's my Tonys? I don't have my Tonys near me. I need to put this salt in my Tonys because this shit's great. She got on that ass. Whoever this woman was, she got on that ass. And you did not like it. And it makes me happy. It warms the cockles of my heart.
Nobody is obligated to think that they're not better than you. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm better than half the people that watch my channel. I'm better than half the people I work with.
Ooh.
And if you don't agree with me,
remember the 5th of November. Remember, folks, who remembers the video that he made about haughty people? Who remembers that video? This is the same fucking dude who made an entire video about folks thinking they're better than everybody. What the fuck did he just say? I've been pointing this shit out for a while, and now he's overtly fucking said it. Goddamn hypocrite. A motherfucking hypocrite. Thank you, D-Roy Cruz, for showing that I was indeed right. Thank you, fucking D-Roy. Thank you. Half the people who watch his fucking video, he's better than half the people who watch his fucking video. Over half. Let me tell y'all, the folks who watch his video are y'all. Y'all watch his videos. Y'all see the fucking views that he has? The few of y'all who are already subscribed to him, and the rest of y'all who watch it through me. It's y'all. If y'all didn't know that, that's who he's talking about. Some of y'all got more disposable income than he gets in a fucking month. I know that for a fact, because I know what some of y'all do. Y'all told me. I've seen it. I got your docs. Man. That's crazy. Let me find this fucking video. Let me find this fucking video real quick. Just because I love this shit. I love this shit. Where's this fucking, what is it? I don't think it's called Haughty People. I think it was this one, Plastic People Have No Foundation. I think this is what it is. I want to say this is what it is. Let me see.
Almost 3 hours long. So I've been watching little bits and pieces of it all week, but one of the things on there that got me thinking today is how Brother Berean and this lady kept talking about how we are of the covenant of the Spirit. Your pattern. Okay? You're losing your pattern. Now, right off, thank you, Lord. Right off, everybody in this life wants
Be a cat.
people of high pay, and so forth and so on in sexual scandal, cheating on their spouses, and things happening that would cause someone to lose their job or quit their job.
Because he starts
because of the scandal and the embarrassment.
So the video that I'm talking about, yes, folks, this is what he was showing off. This is the video. This is the video because he starts talking about how all these people who are so high paid and high class and all this, that, and the other, they're actually not who they appear to be. They don't have the integrity and the morals and stuff of other folks. And it's haughty people. And that's when he stresses, he places a huge emphasis on the word haughty. And then he references this video in another video because this video came on the heels of a video about me. I think actually 2 videos. Yeah. So this video here was about me. This video was about me. This one was about me, but I did not review that one because they came in a quick succession one after the other. And I ended up reviewing another video and I skipped over that one. And he had referenced this one here. And then I went back and reviewed it. That's what that is. That's the same fucking video, folks. If it's on the D-Roy, it's the, what's that fucking playlist? I named it Cruising for Cruz. If you guys want to see it from the beginning where he actually does address me and he's actually doing a parody of me, go back from the very beginning. Go on my page. It's a playlist called Cruising for Cruz. And there's a chronological kind of, video set of our interactions and then everything subsequent of that. So this is perfect. Halfway in this fucking video, he finally acknowledges what I pinpointed ages ago, is that he has this mindset. He made that fucking video and it's just straight psychological projection. Because he represents all of the faults in the people that he sees. That fucking mindset. He's a security guard. That fucking mindset that he's better than everybody. Right there. Better than half of the people who watch his channel. And that's y'all. Now, am I better than some of y'all? Yes. Some of y'all like fucking Yeah, some of y'all don't like pineapple on pizza. I'm better than you. Some of y'all think hot dogs are sandwiches. I'm better than you. I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing out facts, folks. That's it. Some of y'all don't like sweet tea. I'm better than you. Those are just facts, okay? There's a difference between me stating facts and what this motherfucker's here is saying.
You should not agree with me for your own self-esteem. You should not. But I look down my nose at a lot of people. Not like you do. But I do. And when I say I look down my nose at them, I look down my nose at them and what they say, the dumb stuff that comes out of their mouth, I refuse to argue with them because I don't want to be like them. I don't want them making me like them. Like that woman yesterday. And she said this, and she went to talking, and she didn't realize that one of her favorite people was standing right there. He was a Trump supporter too, and he looked at me like, oh. So she said, well, we shouldn't be talking about politics at work. I said, you're right. She walked out. And then me and him started talking about correcting everything she just messed up. Kids in cages and separating their kids. You know what I told her? And this is where she wanted to go yap, 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 yap. I said, look, any dumb behind that brings her kid to a gunfight. You running from one place, you know you're going to have to fight for your life to get to the other side. You bring your kids with you, you bring your wife with you, you deserve to be separated from your family. Ain't nobody going to put you in a limousine and send you back home when you come over here with that stupid nonsense.
So angry.
And then you say separate people from the family. Well, what did they do with mom and dad? Did they put them in jail? Well, why were they going to put the kids in the jail? Why are we going to put the kids in jail? They didn't teach their parents how to run over here and drag them into a gunfight. Being patriotic or enthusiastic about your society is not sitting behind a computer and tweeting all day. Okay? Trump needs to stop doing that too. Or verbally abusing people that you can't touch.
Oh, this sounds familiar. I wonder who he's talking about. Let's see. Jeremy Pace says, no pineapple on pizza. Gordon Ramsay's right. Fuck you, Jeremy Pace. By the way. And just because you said that, I'm going to take that $2 and I'm going to go up to my pizza and I'm going to get some fucking pizza with pineapples on it. I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to put it up here in the next video. Just because you said something. Just because I'm an asshole.
And that's one thing that we love to do on YouTube. We love to get on YouTube.
Really?
Okay. And
do what?
Talk about people.
Yes. Yes, we do.
And talk about, but we'll never ever meet these people in person. We'll never.
You a goddamn lie. You say that. You don't know me very well, Mr. Cruz. You don't. I wonder who you're folks. I wonder who he's talking about. I wonder. If I had to guess who he's talking about there, about patriotism and sitting behind a keyboard talking shit about folks. I wonder who he's fucking talking about. D-Roy. Cruz. You say that. You say that. In the last 2 years alone, I've met quite a few people. Folks I agree with and folks who can go fuck themselves. And I guarantee you, every single person that meets me says the same thing. Shannon, you can get it too. This right here is some bullshit. Every single person who has met me in person, I'm the same goddamn person that you will see here, sit here. I will say the same shit. Kiefer, you can get it too. Pineapple does go on pizza. Fuck all y'all. Go ask G-Man. G-Man's main complaint about me when he met me in New York is that I was cordial to him. I wasn't overly mean to him. That's because I got fucking home training. That's why. That's why. I didn't push him in the fucking that's That was his main complaint. Because I was dogging the shit out of him. And he got mad. The same shit that I talked to him and say in videos, the same shit that I told him to his fucking face. Same thing. Ask Holy Spackle. Ask Vincent Jones. Ask Xavier. Ask Scientist Sam. At whoever, Hannah Zubby. Ask him. So, D-Roy, if you don't think that I will literally stand above you and look straight down and call you a fucking ignorant ass midget to your fucking face, you got me all the way fucked up, my man. All the way fucked up. And that counts for everybody. If you don't think I won't talk shit, ask Matt Dillahunty. Ask Arn Raw. They've met me too. Arn's met me more than once. Ask him. Am I not the same motherfucking person? So you can pretend like everybody's this internet warrior. But unlike you, D-Roy, when you want to talk about patriotism, one of us has actually served the country. And another is you. So let's not even talk about that. Because all this fake patriotism bullshit that I see from you, you're blowing hot air. You're just blowing... What have you actually done for the fucking country? What have you actually done? Other than represent more the ignorant masses. That whole ugly American stereotype that exists outside of our borders. You exemplify. So, as much of an asshole as I can be, I'm actually contributing something to it. Believe it or not. Just saying.
Ever see these people? If I saw, and I have seen some people on YouTube, but the people that I've seen on YouTube were people that I like. And I could have went to them and said, hi, I know you. I watch your YouTube channel. You know, I did, and I didn't want them, because you know what? I don't want nobody coming to me. Like, there's people at my job that come to me and talk to me about my YouTube channel. I'm like, shh. Because I'm black, and I'm hard on blacks. I'm a Trump supporter. Okay? I want to make it home tonight safely. Shut up. Keep that on the download. Ain't my time yet. But,
You scared? That's interesting, D-Roy. That's interesting. You challenge folks a little bit earlier about their persona online, about them saying stuff to people online. But when somebody were to, in this scenario, to call you on some of the stuff you said online, you turn to a bitch. Like that. Help me understand, D-Roy, why you want that to be kept on the down low because you're scared of some of the stuff that you say. Like, do you not hear yourself? Do you not see the hypocrisy there? You can't criticize and chastise other folks for running their fucking mouth online when you're scared of people knowing your online activities. I'm just saying, D-Roy, you lose the ability to give people that criticism. You do. I don't hide where I'm at. I don't hide who I am. People have my real name. People know where I fucking live. Like I tell folks, I want that smoke. Please bring it to me. I feed off of that shit. But D-Roy, you're not about that life. So quit trying to chastise other people as if you're somehow fucking different. You're not. You're actually worse. You're actually way worse. But you can get on here and show your righteous indignation. It makes you so mad and you stomp your little feet like a fucking constipated Oompa Loompa. What is that supposed to fucking do? Are you? I'm pretty sure whoever this lady was looking down at you and going, "Man, you're so angry. You need to get laid." Like, did you express this anger towards her? No, you got upset. You shut the fuck up. And then you came home and you made a YouTube video because you're so mad. Because this lady, who was probably a good 6 inches taller than you, pissed you off. That's so sad. That's so sad, D-Roy. I almost feel sorry for your ass.
you claim you're caring, and you're being patriotic, and you're enthusiastic about, and this is the thing. A lot of these people, especially namely black people, never cared about politics until Donald Trump got in office. When Barack Obama was in office, they didn't try to make sense of anything. They just said, he black. We got a black man in office. We black. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. We got a black man in office. And then when they found out,
whichever one of y'all has the technical fucking skills to take that clip, let me get that clip. Let me get that GIF image and that audio of he black. I want to make that the new super chat GIF and sound. Can somebody do that for me? As always, you will get full fucking credit wherever you want. I want that clip because I want to change that to the new super chat thing. I need that. I need that in my fucking life. Might make that a goddamn ringtone.
I didn't vote for him. They said, what? You didn't vote for Barack? I said, why do you need a black man in office? Are you voting for him because he's black, or are you voting for him because... And some of these were Republicans. This is why I have no remorse for if Trump turned the world upside down, because a lot of black Republicans at that time voted Democrat. The little bit of black Republicans we had, they voted Democrat just to get Barack Obama in office. Now, some of them were politically correct enough to understand that he screwed up because he did everything wrong. He did everything the way racist white people want you to do it. Just get in there and do whatever we tell you to do instead of using your brain. See, Barack Obama.
Now, I got a challenge for folks. Who here remembers what the topic was actually about? Like the whole series of videos. Who here actually remembers what it was about? Pufflufkus says his entire rants because his carpal tunnel flared up and his girlfriend wouldn't get down that week. Oh, that's mean. Maybe he should find a new girlfriend from baddragon.com. And I can't show you the rest of it because I'm pretty sure I get flagged. But yeah. Oh, shit, I forgot I had this. Well, my wife had this. Detective Pikachu. All kind of shit over here. Y'all know all this shit Mrs. Drag had? Oh, my. Why is all your shit over here? I'm yelling like she's over here. She's at work. What? She just got all her... Do you not have a nightstand? Oh, this is mine. This is my night. This is my side of the bed, by the way. This area here. Notice the marks on the wall. But this is my stuff. This is what I have on my nightstand. Not Pikachu's, not fucking Legend of Zelda Nintendo Switch cases. What else is over here? Another fucking Pikachu here. I think it's an amiibo. Yeah, it's an amiibo. Oh, this shit, man. This is just... Jeez.
He ain't hanging out with black folks either. Oh, yeah, sure. While he was in office, he went around from black church to black church, and he got up there with Jesse Jackson and what's that other guy's name? I keep forgetting. Al Sharpton. And he was dancing and all that stuff, and,
doing what politicians
do. Michelle Obama was dancing with the, what do you call it? The basketball, the NAACP, and the NBA, okay?
The basketball, what?
And they was going wherever there was black folks. They was trying to uplift it. But they didn't add no power to it. Donald Trump added power to black businesses and black organizations and stuff. Barack just got up there and danced with you. He didn't do anything, okay? But black folks were so like, he black. We got a black man in office. He black. We got a black man in office. He black. Black is the ace of spades. And no, he's not. He's black. He lighter than me. He black. We got a black man in office. They never once said, I wonder what Barack is going to do about this. I wonder what Barack is going to do about that. I wonder what... No, they just said, when you went to them and said something about Barack, it's like, no, it ain't. They just denied everything. But they did not say one thing against what he was doing. And there were certain black people who would come to me and
Now that's some bullshit. There's actually quite a few folks that I know that did not like the fact that he increased troops overseas to about over 100,000, and especially I don't know the drone programs toward the end of his tenure as president. There's actually quite a few people, especially black folks, that said, he's starting to look more like a neocon. And in fact, there's quite a few people who point out that Barack Obama's a lot like a neocon because he's a lot like a neocon. But that's, devoid of any context. D-Roy, you take and distill down what you heard from whoever, because I really don't trust his assessment of other people's arguments. There's some truth to what he's talking about, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that it's completely inaccurate. It's not. It's definitely accurate. They're definitely uninformed voters, and voters who don't have any. They're not they're not on any hot button topics, right? They're not single issue voters, and some people are single issue voters. That's just the type of voter they are. There's some people who didn't vote for him because he was black. Absolutely. But that's not like the sum total. That's not even a good generalization of the aspects of Obama's administration, because the first and the second were almost in stark contrast to one another. But let's not even actually look at that. Let's just my president is black, my Lambo's blue, and I'll be goddamned if my rims ain't too. But that's it. That's it.
they say, I'm mad at Barack. I'm sorry I voted for him. Okay?
I voted for him the first time, didn't the second.
Up.
Didn't vote at all second time.
They expected more out of him. They expected him to be more political than just black. Okay? And he didn't do anything. And they didn't complain because he didn't do anything for black people. They complained about the other political stuff that a president's supposed to do regardless of whether he's white or black. They complained about that. That's how I knew they was politically correct.
So you notice that there are legitimate arguments against like Obama as far as his foreign policy. There's plenty about stuff that he got into during his presidency here in the domestic arena. But have y'all actually identified specific things that Obama has done that he has an issue with, or specific things that other people are pointing out? Like, he's not really labeled any, he's used labels, he's used talking points, but he's not identified anything specific. I named at least 3 of them earlier. I wasn't a huge fan of the troop surge, but you know what? That was the mission at the time, and he felt it was necessary. How that will pan out in the next 10 years, I have no idea. But he was criticized on that. Drone program, huge. The irony of him receiving a particular award and then fucking drone program. Boom. You and your family's dead. Everybody's a high value target. You get a bomb, you get a bomb, you get a bomb. There's plenty of black folks that didn't like that. But I'm not seeing D-Roy identify anything specific at any point in time. And that's a really interesting feature of him. That's okay, he's black. Okay, cool. We all agree that Barack Obama's black. Like, if you're trying to separate yourself from these uninformed voters, you're not doing a really good job. But how does that have anything to do with any of the shit that we're even talking about? I have no idea. Loken says, he black. We got a black man in office. There you go.
Correct. Because they got off the color of their skin for a minute and focused on what a president's supposed to do. President ain't supposed to spend all his time with black people and worrying about black people. Because black people ain't special. Black people get the same thing that white people get. Sign your name and close the book. It's it. It's that simple. Just sign. It's over. But
what?
Law correction without cultural moral correction doesn't work. We got laws in this country, and as I've said in several other videos, everybody that does crime did crime out of their homosexuality, their fornication, their unbridled lust for women or men or whatever, or children or whatever. Everybody that does crime had the wrong interpretation of prosperity. That's why they robbed the bank. They had the wrong interpretation of destiny and livelihood. They had the wrong interpretation of humanism. That's why they put a gun to somebody's head, shoot somebody in the head over $2. They had the wrong interpretation of their own life. That's why they lost their life to drugs. They're just like you. The only difference between you and them is that they committed a crime to get their point across.
What? Did anybody
But where did they get, what led up to the crime?
What the
same
fuck is he
thing that
talking
led
about?
you to come to D-Roy Cruz's channel and criticize. Led them to do crime.
So,
They're just more...
hold on. There's so many moving parts, so many things being conflated here. I'm not even sure how to accept. Like, he must not actually listen to his own shit. No, he does. He does, because he's done 2 takes, because he has listened to it. He must not listen to this one. The same thing that led people to D-Roy Cruz's channel to criticize him, the same thing that led someone to go put a gun to somebody's head? Okay, let me let him talk for a little bit. Maybe I'm not understanding any of this shit that he's talking. Maybe there is more to it than that.
Extreme than you are, but they're your people. They're just like you.
In what way?
But as a Christian, I don't have to worry about doing crime because there's that line there that says, well, I have to disagree with you, but I have to love you. I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree with your sin.
So we're not...
But I have to love you.
We're not actually going to make that
so
connection.
How do we put those two together? I have to love you, but I have to disagree with you. I really have to love you. But I have to disagree with you too. So how do we put that together?
It's a kitty cat.
So I can't kill you. I can disagree with you, but I can't kill you.
It's a kitty cat.
I can make laws and cultures that separate us for my own personal protection and safety of my family and my church. But I can't hate you because that wouldn't be correct, and I have to love you. Love and hate, that's not the same thing. Love and crime and persecution, that's not the same thing. So maybe I have to tolerate you. But if you decide that you want to change.
I don't... Is anybody catching any... Like, this is... It's like he's saying words that have really no connection to one another. And he's just trying to, force it all to, it's some weird amalgam that resembles a point. Maybe I'm just not fully woken up today. Maybe that's it. Gay people have to rob banks and whatnot, so when they have enough money to keep their hot Asian lesbian wives happy and everything and whatnot. I think that maybe that's what it is. It's a titties and coke thing? Maybe it is. I need more titties and coke in my life. Lubis says, I googled neocon, then neoconservative. What's the neocon? Lubis rules. You didn't Google right. Yeah, it just means neoconservative. It's just a new title of conservatism, like in this era. It has its own trappings. Not a political science major. Somebody else is going to have to elucidate that a little bit better for you. But, D-Roy, this is what makes it really difficult to try and understand the things that you put across, because somebody coming to your channel to criticize you and someone blowing someone's fucking brains out are 2 completely separate things. You can't even call one of them extreme because it hurts your fucking feelings. The other one hurts your life. Your feelings and your life are 2 separate things, D-Roy. You need to get out your fucking feelings, you insecure little man. That probably didn't help, but still. The fact that you love to conflate things, I think it's just a symptom of your simple-ass mind. I'm going to be completely goddamn honest with you. You are a simple-ass motherfucker. As simple as they fucking come. And when I said earlier in this video that you remind me of some of my extended family, I'm talking about the family in Mississippi who are just as simple as you. And you know what? Some of them ain't that well educated. You know what? Life has shat on them. Some of them have had the opportunity to get outside of goddamn Woodville and ain't ventured far. Haven't really experienced much, ain't challenged shit, because simple. And that's when I hear you, D-Roy. When I see you, all I think is just a simple ass little man who's so fucking angry. So fucking angry.
I stole $3,000.
So goddamn angry. Lubis says, what? LOL. You heard me.
If you decide you want to get your life together, I'll tolerate you even more. And that toleration eventually will turn into family. We tolerate everybody. We tolerate our enemies. We tolerate people that should be in prison, and we ain't gonna go looking for them. We're not gonna help the cops look for them. You know, we know they should be in prison after what they did to my family. But if I forgive them, if I say I forgive them, and then I end up in a room alone with them, because I want to make sure they got caught by the cops, I might kill them. See? You know what I mean? I might have to kill them and call it self-defense. You know.
What in the fuck?
But I have to love you. But I can't hate you and I can't kill you, so I have to tolerate you.
What?
And I can't just tolerate you, I have to practice evangelism. Christians. I can't just tolerate you, I have to evangelize you. So that you don't go back and do what you did to me to somebody else. Or what you did to this person over here to somebody else. It's just like people with my job. Okay?
Always goes back to your fucking job.
They're going to get away with murder. And when I say murder, I don't mean actually murdering somebody.
Yes, we know you
mean
mean
figuratively. They're going to get away with some
figuratively.
things that they get away with.
Oh
because I don't want them to be on the street looking for a job.
What does that got to do with your life?
And my boss, even though we don't talk about it, she's the same way. Like, look, okay, I ain't going to say nothing. But, I'm not going to let a simple cell phone put a person out on the street and cause him to lose his job.
D-Roy, you might want to watch yourself about what you and your supervisor talk about, especially when it comes to disciplinary actions against people. And I'm pretty sure you did not think about this, but say that there's an issue that arises at your job in the near fucking future, in like a month or two from now. Someone knows about your fucking channel and they listen to it, and then they go, that's interesting. That means prior to this video being made, somebody was on their phone, and that is a fireable offense, hypothetically. There's a person that you and your supervisor don't like, and you don't apply this wonderful little policy of tolerance to them, and they go, well, I already know that they're fairly tolerant of this, but I'm on my last leg, and so they're trying to get rid of me for this, but he's already admitted that they have looked the other way for someone else. That's interesting. That's being partial. So you may want to be very careful, D-Roy, because that happens very, very easily. And someone can make a really good case if something should arise, or even purposely be on their phone and antagonize you just to see if you'll fucking do it. And then when you try to administer anything remotely disciplinary, they got you. Because guess what? You've already admitted that you and your supervisor have more or less conspired, right, for certain folks. So, D-Roy, I would resist the urge to talk about things of that nature. I'm just saying.
This is the thing. Your sin will find you out. Your sin will find you out. In closing, I said some things about the black church in the last couple of videos.
Oh God, this is painful.
I don't hate the black church.
I'm sure
and
they hate
I was
you.
wrong to say that the average black church is pro-gay. That's not true.
That's not true.
Half the average black church is pro-gay.
Maybe in Atlanta.
I mean, we're allowing these things to come into the church as we become more liberal in this country. We're allowing liberalism to come in the church. There's no place for that kind of liberty. Our liberty is in Christ, not in the LGBT community.
I absolutely agree with you. You should resist and be averse to all the gay folks and the bis and the transsexuals and all of them. All the homosexuals, lesbians, all the alphabet people, as they're called. You should. And watch your congregation dwindle. You have not won that culture war. Why do you think, D-Roy? Why do you think that the churches are becoming more liberal? Why do you think that? That's because young folks don't abide by that. That's not in their little their realm of acceptance. Being anti-gay is not, it's not cool. It's not a part of the new social decorum. So if you want younger members to continue the church, you're gonna have to give some ground. And inevitably, you're only going to find small pockets of folks that are going to be of your mindset. Well, I think, talking about itself again, I think that the reason why D-Roy doesn't want any gay folks in his congregation is so he doesn't have any temptation. That's just me personally. I don't have any proof of that, but I have a really strong indication, a strong indication. Excuse me.
Community. Our liberty is in Christ. It's not into feminism. It's not into
feminism.
Transgenderism. It's not into
transgenderism.
All these things that people are on the streets protesting about. It's not those things. Our liberty is in Christ Jesus. Christ Jesus, that crow is awfully loud. Can you hear that crow out there?
Yeah, I can hear that fucking crow.
Be angry about something. Shut up! He listened. Oh, for a minute I thought he listened to me. God, he's loud. Anyway, God bless you. I'm D-Roy Cruz, your Life Applications Officer. Just wanted to throw that in there. I get really upset. That's why I don't care to talk about it when people don't use their head. Like people aren't using their head about Donald Trump. Okay, and
oh boy,
all the presidents were pro-white. I wouldn't say they were racist. Any of them's racist. I don't know that, but I will say that they were pro-white. I'm sure Donald Trump, when he goes home and he plays golf, I'm sure his best golf buddy is white. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Okay? I'm fine with that. But just because, you want to sit there and you want to come up with all these rational statements and arguments.
These rational statements.
But the thing is, what president do you know wasn't pro-white?
The real racists.
And I really believe with all my heart, in closing, that this whole thing of attacking Donald Trump is more spiritual than it is political.
Is it?
I'm going to let you figure out what that means because that's another video. But this whole thing
I'm not watching
with Donald Trump is more spiritual than it is political.
Just suck Donald Trump's dick. Just suck him. Just suck him off. Just quit fiddling around with it. Grab his balls.
Not Donald Trump. I wouldn't be surprised.
And just swallow that man's nut.
I would have been happy with Ted Cruz. I would have been glad to vote for Ted Cruz. Matter of fact,
on the tip of that nose.
I was going to vote Republican either way, but I'm just saying I really, really was in support of Ted Cruz.
Why not Ben Carson?
And to me, I wanted either Donald Trump or Ted Cruz to win. But when Donald Trump went to talking about our borders and went to talking about terrorism and went to talking about things that will change America forever, to the point to where Americans will flee to other countries, when he went to talking about that stuff, nobody could beat him. That's how he won, because he talked about the things that, come on, let's get real. It's going to happen. Unless you act now, unless you stop it now, it's going to happen. Because wow, we were so democratic, we were so liberal.
Yeah, you might not.
That we'll let anybody come in this country
in a democratic republic,
and do
so you might
whatever they want to do, as long as we got money in our pocket. As long as there's something in it for us, not knowing that eventually, within time, we're going to take a bullet for that decision. I'm out. What is this? Number 4, I believe. Stay tuned for number 5. God bless you.
Number 5. I don't know if I can review that, man. This is just fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid. Okay. So I understand why some of y'all don't want to watch D-Roy Cruz Life, whatever the fuck he is. Anyway, Jesus, he's stupid. Oh my God. Oh God. All right. So I'm about to take off. I need to shower and get the stupid off. Tonight, Christopher Mowdy is going to be joining us on the Magic Sandwich Show. We talk about terrible atheist arguments. Converse Contender is supposed to be coming in there, along with some few other folks. This more or less will be an open hangout. We're going to try not to fill it up, but it might get filled up, and I'm going to be fairly selective with who comes in because I want a really great conversation and not just people to go and sit on Mowdy's lap. So The link is in the description. You might want to hit the reminder button on that link, because for some reason YouTube notifications are fucking up again. As always, I'm kind of tired of it, but please hit the reminder button for tonight. It's going to be a good conversation. What else? There was something else. I forget it. I don't know. I'll think of. Oh yeah, for those of you who want the hentai review, I will make a post on Twitter sometime today. It's literally at Dragnot. If you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you. And when I make the post, just type the name, Japanese name or the English name, what episode you want me to review, and I'll compile them, and then I'll let people vote on them, and then I'll do the hentai review then. I might even do it naked. Why not? So, on that note, folks, I think that's about it. Of course, the chat froze up again. Of course it did. Thank you, folks, for those who have paid for Mrs. Drag's cheddar biscuits or lunch for Xavier. Actually, today, what you have paid for was a lift for me to go and meet my wife for lunch. So, yay hentai. Yay. Anyway, folks, that's it. There's some new policy, supposedly, concerning review channels being too mean. So if you see mine go away, it is what it is. It was fun. I'll still be around on different social media. There is a Dragnot Facebook page. So worst case scenario, that is the backup, and I'll let people know from there. So Dragnot Facebook page, not the actual like the fan page, not the actual account, because I actually have 2 Facebook accounts. One I don't check. Clean webcam, Jordan, nope. And I have a Twitter, so you can keep a track of me there. And I have access to Magic Sandwich Show, so I'll be there. You send me all the hentai links. So, thank you, man. I'm gonna have fun with that, man. I'm gonna have some real fun with that. So, anyway, this has been painful enough. D-Roy, I hope you go fuck yourself. And don't be Lucas Werner.